Hello, guys. So this is my first time playing the new Copper Age update that just dropped. I don't know if it was yesterday or today, um, but excited to see how this goes. So I already know pretty much most of the features that were in this update. I think there was probably a couple things I didn't really know about. There's a bunch of new settings. So, like for example, I think there's a cloud distance feature here, which is pretty cool. There's also the attack and destroy and use the item slash place block options. So that's pretty cool. Also, I don't know what the sprint window is. I turned that off, but be curious to see what that does. Save unsent chats. I'll turn that on actually. I didn't see that. Um, and then yeah, just a couple new settings here. Doesn't really look like anything terribly overwhelming, but got a couple nice things here. I was trying to play the modded fabric version of this, and I wanted to have like a whole bunch of different cool new mods for me to play around with. I did a bunch of like small stuff, but unfortunately, my PC decided to be a little bitch and wouldn't let me play it at all. And I kept on trying to remove mods to see what it was that was the issue. And after a while, it just stopped telling me at all. It wouldn't even give me a crash report. So it wouldn't even tell me what I was doing wrong. And I was basically just removing all the mods. So I was like, well, I guess I can't play that, but I'll just play the vanilla version. Made me feel pretty upset, um, but it's fine. Um, so I think I'm just gonna do, I don't know. Not really sure what I want to do right off the bat. Maybe we'll just do another speed run, but so we'll just Copper Age. Sure. Let's do a normal survival world thing here. But pretty cool actually. Oh well. I didn't know I forgot about that little feature. That's cool though. Little progress bar. Actually, let me turn. Oh, the brightness is all the way up. This feels a little dim. Um, I'll turn the FOV effects off. I don't really like that. And I believe they added, I don't know what it was, but so I know there's the F3, F4 shortcut to change your game mode, but there's an F3 too. Oh wow. It displays significantly less stuff on here. That's really nice. I still don't really understand everything I'm looking at, but um oh I don't know how do you change that? Just curious. Oh wow. That's pretty cool. What am my FPS? Around 100. 100 so. That's vanilla. Okay. That's pretty nice. Let's just get a little more wood. I think most of my textures should be fine. So I don't think I had to change texture. I think it was just not letting me play modded version of this. Um, which is really annoying. I don't need I don't need the mushroom. Sure, I guess we'll get a bit of leaf litter for some fuel. Okay. Let's get a little more. I think that's good. So obviously, one of the things that we have to do in this is we have to make and try out some copper armor and weapons, tools. So obviously that's going to be a big priority. Although I think we found here there's some there's some iron over there, and some right there too. That's cool. Oh my God, there's even some right here, and there's a village too. Okay. Let me just don't mind. I'm just gonna I want to try out the copper stuff, but I also do I also really do want to see um what else. Um, I don't know. I'm getting distracted. I forgot what I was gonna say. Um, yeah. What else am I going to try here? So we'll make just the pickaxe. Um, actually, you know what? I want to make a boat real quick. There we go. Yeah, so we're still gonna get just a little bit of iron, you know, because I don't have like a bucket and shield and stuff. But um, that's oh, this is nice. Nice area. Sure. Okay. Some iron like right below us, basically. Holy heck. Um, well, it's a lot of iron. Funny when that's with copper, but I'm getting all this iron. Um, hmm. Dang, that's a lot of iron. Wow, this is a lot. Okay. Um, Ooh, jeez. Okay. I came here looking for copper for once in my life. Um, and I found plenty of iron. I want to zoom, but it's not going to do anything because again, I'm playing vanilla version. Normally I think, oh, I think that I see some right there. I think I see some right there. How do I get down? I guess I'm just gonna have to do on the side here and just be very careful. Because I don't know if, do these break if you land on a dripstone? I don't know if they do. I hope not, but we'll see. But yeah, so we got plenty of copper here. So should let us test all the new things here. And I think also just try crafting some of the different copper blocks and all that. Just to see what I think of them. I mean, I've seen pictures and whatnot of them from some different sources, but I'm just really curious to see what they look like firsthand. Yeah, that makes a more interesting video. Yeah, I don't even know if there's going to be a speedrun or not. Maybe. Maybe this is just the test world, and I don't know. Maybe I'll do a different world for the other thing. But okay. Holy heck. Wow. We got a lot of iron and copper. Just a lot of copper. I want to get all of this vein here, just in case, because I don't know how much copper I'm gonna need for all the different. Well, actually, I didn't even think about it. I really like to be crafting like the default version of the items, I guess, because like the lantern and the chains and whatever else, just because everything has to oxidize. So, well, we should have plenty of ore. Um, so that's nice. You know what? I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this coal here. I know I already got the you know, the leaf litter for fuel, but I think I'd like to get some coal too. Especially just for the torches and the lanterns. And also since I have a lot of wood. So, but yeah, the one time that I, was actually looking for copper, I find a lot of iron first. That's funny. Normally doesn't always happen. Um, unless I'm playing, you know, 1.16.1 or something like that, where you can't even find it anyways. But I've never used up so much durability on this stone pickaxe. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna mine this coal here. Okay. We got plenty of stuff. Now what I think I want to do is I want to get up and over to that village. And just want to, see if they have any food, anything like that. And I don't know, maybe they have a blacksmith's chest, imagine. Imagine I mine like all that iron and then they're just like oh, lag. Okay, let me turn my render distance down just a little bit. Oh, okay. I would have hoped that they would have optimized it just a little bit more, because it's one of my issues with playing vanilla Minecraft is it doesn't handle just, you know, moving around and interacting with the world quite as well as some modded versions do. But I mean, it seems to be doing decent at it. I mean, it's like 140 FPS. It's really not too bad. Um, but I know my PC is definitely a bit warm right now, and I imagine I just unplugged it. The FPS might drop a little bit, maybe. So I don't know. It's one of the issues. It's like as soon as I unplug my PC, my computer can start, it can start cooling a little bit, but then, you know, why do you all not have jobs? Average parent to their children. Um, uh, why does no one have jobs? Seriously. There's a lot of villagers here. Dang. I'm just gonna set in this house here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start smelting. No, 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 no. You're an it. Wait, get out of my fucking bed. My bed now. Yeah, go find a different bed, buddy. Go find a different bed now. Yeah. Suck it. My bed. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it, huh? Okay. All right, yeah. So make copper nuggets. So I guess the first thing we'll do is we'll make those. We'll just try. And then what can we make? We can make copper chain. So that's what I'm gonna do first. And oh wait, how do you make copper torch? Oh, okay, it's just wait, a copper nugget, a coal and stick. Okay. And then wait. Then how do we make the lantern? Okay, so it's just 8 of those. Okay, so wait, you're basically actually spending. So if you wanted to make a bunch of lanterns, so if you wanted to make each torch into a lantern, you're basically spending pretty much like almost 9 copper nuggets, because well, one goes to making 4 torches, so it's really fourth of a nugget. So almost, almost a whole ingot goes to making just one lantern, which is kind of expensive, but um okay. And then let's go ahead and smelt the rest of this. Let's go ahead and smelt the iron. Just get that going. And make a flint steel. Now let's place out these normal torches like over here. I think that's probably a nice spot for it, you know, so the crops can grow at nighttime too. Um okay. Then yeah, let's just go ahead and make a shield. Would have been interesting if they'd made a copper shield, you know. Yeah, just be like a worse version of the normal iron one. But they didn't do that. Um let's go ahead and make a bucket. And yeah, this will probably take a little bit to smelt all that up. Okay, so let's gonna make a copper chest plate and some pants. Oh, interesting sound there. Well, that looks kind of cool. I like that. I don't actually know how often at least in terms of modern speedruns. I mean, I'm kind of moving towards doing speedruns on 1.16.1. This is a bit faster version to speedruns in the modern version of Minecraft, but I still think it's pretty fun to try, you know, play around with some of the new stuff here. So that's the um that's the chains here. It's a copper torch, and that's a copper lantern. Huh. So that's cool. I like the texture. I think I like the lantern a bit more. But I can definitely see some uses for the torch here. If they make it in vibrant visuals whenever that finally comes over to Java, which I was really hoping would come over this next Minecraft update, but I have no idea if they will add that to Java or not. Um, especially if they add colored lighting, right? It would be pretty dang sick to have some green light. And wait, I think I need to make a I think I need to make a but there's a campfire, right? There's a campfire too. So, you know, let me get an axe real quick. And do they have any? Oh, there's a lava pool over there. That's cool. Um. Okay, I think I'm still gonna make an iron pickaxe because you need it to mine. You need it to mine gold. But and then make those. So we have full copper armor, which is exactly half. That's still. I think for this, I think I want to try out all of the different copper stuff. So like the sword, shovel, hoe, pickaxe, and axe. Normally I wouldn't bother. Might normally just stick to just the axe, pickaxe, and maybe a shovel. But I think this time I want to try it. And then I have plenty of this iron, you know, just in case if I need that for anything. So, which I might. But we'll try sticking to mostly to the actual copper stuff, gear-wise, anyways, in terms of yes, because yeah, new update and all that. Let's make ourselves a shovel. Make ourselves a hoe, which I wouldn't normally do. A sword. and Wesley and X. Honestly, I really like the texture on this. Honestly, I think it's really cool that we finally knew how we do have like copper weapons and like armor and stuff. Not only does this look like super sick, but like I don't know. I think this would have helped people maybe be a bit more excited when copper got added originally. Maybe I don't know. Or at least for myself. Since it is still kind of expensive to use as a building block, you know, lots of people say you find tons of it. But the thing is, like, even though you get quite a few pieces for mining one ore, you still have to spend 9 whole ingots making these. And I could have sworn at one point that they said they were going to make this be just 4 ingots. And 1.18 1.19 or something like that. Or maybe it was 1. I don't know, sometime in the last couple of years. And I thought they were going to do that, and yet they never actually did. Um, which was pretty upsetting for me. Okay, so while we have that stuff smelting up there, what I think I want to do is I want to look around, and this is quite a hilly village. We'll just go and get some of these hay bales. I need some food. I don't think we need to kill the iron golem. I think I got plenty of iron. And trying to stick to copper stuff, of course. But yeah, I mean, we've got a lava pool here. Pretty insane. And one over there, too. Let's see, if there was a jungle devil there and it had like a notch apple or something like that, would be insane. But you're just saying, I'm just gonna see, is there actually one over here? You know, no, I don't, okay, I don't see one over here. Nice try, though. Um, and then let's make a bunch of bread. That's actually not as much as I thought it was gonna be, but that's fine. And then let's make some other copper blocks. Okay, so we got the trapdoor, we got the bars, and well, we already had the copper door and the lighting rod, but if I remember correctly, I think that both of those oxidize. Well, I think I knew that the doors did because they were added 1.21. But it's cool that the lighting rod does now too. So you can see when I'm mining, it's not terribly fast. It definitely feels faster a little bit than stone. It's not a huge difference, but what's the durability on this? Like 190? Okay. It's not terrible. I mean, we definitely need a lot of these if we wanted to do like a serious like survival building project or something like that, but you know, I think it could be pretty cool. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and build myself a portal here. Um, this is a bit slower approach maybe than normal because I'm really trying to. Oh, for crying out loud! Son of a nutcracker. Oh my god. Okay. That's embarrassing. Um. Okay. I'm just gonna go back up here, and I want to check on the furnaces. You know what I mean? And Let's see. Which one is stuff I smelt up? About wrong house. Okay. I got a pretty good amount done there. Um. Oh. Yeah. So what is it? 190 for. I think it's 190 for all of the items. Here. So we also have these iron bars, which I mean copper bars. What the hell am I saying? Which I think this looks pretty sick. Um, Honestly, I think I really like it. I think I really like the bars. Especially because I don't know how many times like I want to use iron bars for a build, but it just takes so much iron. And now I have something else that I might actually very well use this copper for. Of course, maybe it's always just a thing of like, does the color fit with the build that you're trying to do? But honestly, I'm not too upset about that. Um, oh, I guess we already did have the copper chopper, so yeah, never mind. Mind that bunch there, but probably shouldn't hit the Enderman right then. So I think if I remember, yeah, this does, yeah, that's the same damage as a stone sword. So is it literally just because it's the same? All swords have the same attack speed on Java and on Bedrock. Yeah, because Bedrock, all of them just spam, and on here, all the swords have 1.6. So I think the only real difference is just durability, if I understand this correctly. Um, so I don't know. I kind of wish that the sword would deal a little bit more, but the issue is that the damage values between the swords are all very narrow. So, hello, hello, get in the boat. Why is it not fucking getting in the boat? I fail to understand. Can you not knockback hit these things anymore? I could have sworn you were able to. Did they remove that? Bro, that is so garbage. What the hell? Hey, rude. Yeah, so, an Enderman hit did about 2.5 hearts. Full copper armor. Huh. That's not bad. I mean, Endermen are pretty fast, but if you're able to time your hits fairly well and not take too much damage, like, you can actually do fairly well. So it takes 3 axe crits to kill probably most mobs here, most hostile mobs here that you face in the overworld. Which I don't know how. Well, it's 2 for the spider. That's probably because they have less health. I mean, if you had sharpness or smite, then you could make this. What the fuck is it with all these mobs here? What the hell? I feel like on the first night, I wouldn't see that many mobs. That just feels so off. Okay. Um. Okay. Can you just like go somewhere else? Thank you. Um. Hmm. So okay, not I haven't really used this stuff too much. Seems like it's okay. I would probably not use the sword too much. Unless I just didn't have the iron for that. But again, I probably prefer to use the axe. Um, anyways, especially earlier game. But I mean, with 5, well, the copper axe it does 9. It does 9, so I don't get it. I'm confused. So it does 9, but I thought it took like 3 crits to kill. Or maybe I just didn't get full hits each time. I don't know. I don't really know what happened there. But um okay. Um I don't know. I think I could probably see myself using copper armor. Um I think I could see myself doing that. And in terms of survival world, if I do make another one on here, um I could see myself using a bit more of the copper blocks. I don't know. I think some of them are still kind of expensive, um but I think the bars and the chains, I think I like those. The torches and the lanterns, that's pretty cool too. But I think of course we also need to make ourselves a we also make ourselves, you know, a copper golem, right? So I'm gonna make a chest here. Actually, you want to make 2 of them. All right, we'll make 2 chests. And then we need to find a pumpkin. We need to find a pumpkin and make ourselves a copper golem and just see what he looks like. Um, Hope this doesn't take too long. Yeah, I also think in terms of like building projects and whatnot, I could, if it was like earlier game or maybe mid game, I could see myself maybe using copper tools and whatnot for that. Again, I don't know about the sword, but yes, I might just prefer to generally just to wait until I have a diamond before I use a sword. Occasionally, I don't mind using an iron one, but that's mostly if I just get it from a chest, kind of dealio. I think, yeah, see some. Wait, is that chickens? Or yeah, am I getting fooled? Oh no, I'm not actually. I'm not getting trolled. Okay, so yeah. So I think we need to shear these. Get rid of these. Get rid of those. And then let's go back up. Let's go back up. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do it right here. I'm gonna do it right here. And buck, we have a copper golem. That's pretty sick. And we'll put chests on like either side. And I'm just gonna put some random stuff in here and just see what he does. All right, so got a couple items to work with. And yes, can you put the string in there? That's a cool animation. I like the sound. Oh wait, I just thought of something funny here. So if you were in a multiplayer world, right, and you wanted to troll someone by making them think that you were opening their chest. Oh my god, you could wait. Okay. Wait, hold up, hold on. Okay, so can you I'm curious, can you use copper golems in people's bases to like steal their stuff away. Because if you like replace, well, I don't know if that would make sense though. But I'm sure, I don't know, I'm sure someone could think of, or maybe like, could you use it to like take stuff from like Bastion chests? You know, like yeah. So he seems like he doesn't really know what to do with those. Do they only prefer to put items that there are already there? They only like to do with the same kind of material? Okay. So that's nice. That's nice. I mean, it does make it a does mean if you have like a bunch of different stuff, then like then makes it a bit more complicated, but okay, what if you can you go and check this chest again, my dude? Okay, so like I updated this chest. I took nuggets out. But can you put them in there now? There's placing an item. So it even has the whole also just super cool. I have a metallic chest for once. This looks like super sick. So okay. Okay. Alright. Oh, I should have used the copper hoe to mine the hay bales earlier. Whatever. That's fine. Um is there a how do you my question is how do you move these guys around though? Cause like they'd be very good in like a base or a farm or something like that, right? You know. But how do you make them is there like a good way to bring them around? Because like I wish you could like is there a way to like deactivate the chest and the golem and turn it back into the blocks and then like bring it with you? Because that would be really nice. But hmm. Yeah, so now we got a copper chest and I mean this guy just looks pretty cute, I'm gonna say. Very nice. I especially love the eyes too. That's really cool. Um, nice animation there. Well, I don't really know do too much on that front. And I don't actually know if I'm going to speedrun this or not. I kind of want to keep this video a bit shorter. But, um, you know, kind of cool stuff there. Um, I'll just put the, stuff I don't need or want there. Um, but anyways, kind of cool. Some nice stuff here. As there's a way to change what shows up on the F3 screen, I think. Oh, it's F3, F6. Okay, I thought it was F3, F2, but oh, okay. So that's cool. Okay, so biome. Um, I don't think we need that on. We don't need any of that. Wait. Entity spawn count. Entity render stats. Well, that'd be a really nice step for a speed run, but um, I think I already know what the game version is. So let me turn that off. Memory. Sure, we'll keep that on. Player position. Not really too worried about that. System specs, we'll turn that off. DPS, we'll turn it off. Um, yeah, I don't think we need most of this stuff, really. I mean, we just need FPS, coordinates, um, so yeah, actually we'll keep the light level. Because I like seeing that. And I think I want to keep the entity render. Entity spawn, because I think I like having that. That's really nice. You need that for speedrunning. But yeah, most of the stuff we don't really need turned on. Else I don't think. So you press that and boom. What's the SC there? Is that the I'm confused. What is that? But doesn't this look like much cleaner? You know? Like, because now like I can just see the entity count. I can see what my FPS is. I can see what the client light level is, which is really nice when I'm like building a base and like I want to light it up properly, you know, or mining in a cave. And I don't actually think I do. I need the memory turned on. I don't know if I kind of actually want to turn that off. I don't think I need to have that. So we'll turn that off. But let's see here. So, game version, fight map, light level. Um, I'll turn that off. Um, what's the TINF? And what's this SC stuff? I don't know what that is supposed to be. Um, I'm confused. I don't know what that's supposed to do. So, what if we turn on, okay, so that, FPS. Oh, so I guess it must be just be considered the TINF is just considered part of the thing. So entity spawn count. Oh, okay, so that's what it is. Okay, I don't need that. I just want the FPS, the entity counter, the light level. That's basically all that I really need. Occasionally, I might want other stuff, like if I really want to check what the biome is, the local difficulty, or what block I'm looking at. But this is way nicer. This is, and I think if I wait, I can always just have, I can have the FPS and we'll have the FPS on always. And I don't think I need a light level on always. I'm not sure. We'll turn that on just for the block thing because I think that's nice to have. Um, yeah, and GPU game version. I'm not worried about that. Can I see? Could I turn on? Wait. The coordinates. Oh, right. I'm stupid. Yeah. So that's the player position. Wait. No. What the fuck is that? The hell? The hell is that? Um. What the frick? Targeted block. Oh, okay. It's moving on the other side of the screen. Okay. Okay. I was confused. So it just shows on the other side of the screen. I don't really want to see all of that information, but it's fine. We'll we'll deal with that. I kind of wish I could have just the XYZ on um always and then just turn the other stuff on when I need it. But so yeah, there we go. We got the coordinates and the FPS. So that's nice. I don't have to have a mod do that for me, which is really nice. I mean, I don't really want to see all these, but I don't need to see what Sean came in and all that. I just want the XYZ, but it's fine. Um, but yeah, I'd say some nice little features here. Glad about a couple of accessibility options, some new F3 stuff, um, new cool blocks, and some gear, and of course the Copper Golem. Um, Pretty sick. Um, but yeah, so this has been a fun little time here. I know I've had some complaints and all, especially I was really mad about the whole, you know, um, modded thing not working out for me, but um, honestly, okay, chill. Yeah, got a pearl. But okay, I'm just gonna turn this to yeah. How do you like that, buddy? I'm just gonna do some creative now. I want to see if before I quit this world here and do something else. I'm gonna play around with some stuff. So I think the first thing I want to do is I want to test out stuff with like the efficiency level of the tools and also how much damage do you do, so in terms of enchantments. So let's say we have like let's get like an efficiency to like I guess we can use the iron pickaxe we already got. Okay, so then we'll say efficiency, we'll do 4 and we'll try it on like the copper pickaxe. Okay. And then I just want to try sharpness. So let's say we have, and I'll just stick with levels 2 and 4 again. So let's say we have a sharpness 2 book there, and then a sharpness 4 there. So the axes, well, I mean, the stone, copper, iron, and diamond all do 9, which is kind of crazy. I think they need to change that. But I don't know. I mean, I think I'm fine with the wooden and the gold ones dealing 7 points of damage, but I don't know. I think they should make the I think they should make the stone one deal 8 and then have copper and iron deal 9. Should have diamond deal maybe I can't decide if I want diamond to do 9 or 10. And then netherite should do 11, I think. I don't know. No, that's just my take. I'm not really too upset about it if they don't make it that way, and I don't think they will. But it's be interesting to try. So let's just see here. Oh, you got the golems here. So yeah, I see there's so many copper. There's so many copper items. But if I just had a whole tab here, there's just copper. um I mean, because if these are going to deal the same amount of damage, right? It's just that the Iron Axe is just 0.01 faster than the Copper Axe and just have more durability. That's really the only real difference. So, I don't know. I guess we try Netherite, but I don't know how I feel about that. It feels a little weird to compare these here, but it's fine. So I'll try the pickaxes and the axe. Obviously quite different than iron. Netherite one there, but so efficiency. No, we don't want to do that one. Efficiency 2 iron. And then efficiency 4 copper. So, okay, I'm gonna give myself game rule, keep inventory, true, and I'll just give myself like some carrots, you know? I think I just want to, it's a bit easier. Okay, so 2 axe grits there, sharpness 2. I don't even know if, honestly, I think with a netherite axe you can probably just two-shot just about anything, even if it's unenchanted, I think. Honestly, regardless of whatever you have on it. But yeah, I just need some more mobs, and now that I'm now that I'm doing this test here, I have to find any. Uh, let's see, is there another zombie around here? There we go, I got one. So, okay. Okay, so yeah, you can two-shot with the copper axe, but I think you have to have the yeah. So you can do that, but yeah, your copper axe has to be like probably pretty high level enchants on it for it to work as well as a diamond or netherite axe. Um, maybe, but. Okay. Let's go ahead and test efficiency on these two, because I want to try that. Just see if I can fucking spell. So efficiency 4 and efficiency 2, anvil. I haven't even tried the pickaxes out yet, but it's fine. So efficiency 4, and then efficiency 2. Okay. And then let's get rid of some of these vines real quick. So this is a efficiency 2 netherite axe. That mines it pretty quickly. Freaking hell, bro. Okay, so then this is efficiency 4. I think that mines it a little bit faster. I don't think it's huge, I don't think it's a huge difference, but I think it definitely mines it faster. I think. I might be wrong. So yeah, that seems to work fairly well when it's enchanted. But I mean, yeah, honestly, if you did have a netherite axe, like, why would you use a copper one? Like, yeah, this is a little slower. But at this point, like, if you have netherite, what the fuck is there so many creepers? What the hell? Yeah, honestly, at this point, if you had a netherite axe, like even if it mines slightly slower than efficiency 4, because I don't know if there's any way to even naturally find any copper stuff that has enchantments on it. Like, I don't think that is there any way to like find that? I don't, do copper weapons and stuff like spawn in trial chambers? I don't know if they do, but It would be interesting to learn. So I'm just gonna place out some cobblestone here. And that's not gonna be properly timed or anything, but so this is efficiency 4, copper pickaxe. Okay. And then this is efficiency 2, iron. Definitely slower. It's not slow, but it's definitely slower. But I don't know. But actually I wanna try should we try with the sword? I don't think it's gonna make any difference because it says the exact same stats as the stone one. So I don't even know if it's even really worth it. Um but yeah, is there any other I'm just trying to scroll through here. Was there any other items they added that I didn't know about or I forgot? I'm just gonna scroll through the creative menu real quick. I'm not really seeing anything new I've already mentioned. Um, although actually I'm curious, how do the lanterns look while right next to each other? Oh, and also imagine if we had a redstone lantern, like sick, you know? So you have because we have 4 different types of torches and 3 different kind of lanterns. So it'd be pretty cool if we got that too and have some red light. I don't know if they added any new paintings or not because I don't really know the names of the paintings are. Oh, I completely forgot to mention the shelf. I'm stupid. Okay, so we got some shelves and we also get like a lever here because I think that's so we got the three lanterns comparing next to each other. And that's just the regular unoxidized copper lantern right there, but that's sick. That's really nice. Um, so you can't place stuff with whatever's in your offhand. Okay, so that's good to know. So you can't ever accidentally place whatever you got. Wait, you can change your what the hell? That okay, I was like, what the frick? I don't know, so you can open F3 while you're in your creative or even so let me just try. So let's just take like a whole bunch of random shit here. And it saves it. It saves it. Okay, so that actually works. That's cool. That's a lot of properties. I just want to know, I would want to know just the block I'm looking at. I don't really care about all the properties. I think I know what the properties are, but it's fine. Um, so let me just open my inventory. And yeah, you can open F3 while you're inventory. Okay, that's really weird. I didn't know you could do that. I think that's probably a new thing because I don't think I've ever been able to do that before. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you can't. So you can see, got copper pickaxe, axe, and sword there. But then if I do this, oh, it switches out the last 3 slots. That's really weird. What the hell? The frick? Huh. Okay. So let me just turn that on. Just to mention that the texture of this looks like super sick. So, so let's just say I'm just gonna go clear my inventory. All right, so make this a little easier. So let's get ourselves, say like some netherite stuff here. All right, so I'll just do with like a normal hotbar setup that I might have in like a survival setting, or something like that. So the axe, pickaxe, shovel, and then where's the bow? And then let's just say like a water bucket, some food. Oh, I'm just kidding. You can't just type that. So I got some golden carrots, sure. And what else? Oh yeah, firework rockets. And you know what? Screw it. I'll just say like elytra, whatnot, because it wouldn't. My pop are obviously very depending on what I'm doing. But let's say like we had this here. I'm not even gonna like bother enchanting this stuff. I don't think I really need to for this. But let's just say like I put all of my stuff in there. And it says even the oh fuck. Um. Oh shit. Okay. Um. Hmm. Whoops. Okay. But it still preserved the spots there, so I'm lucky that works. But so let's say that like if I had some kind of like survival world or something like that, and like let's say that I wanted to like work on a building project, right? And I already had like this whole redstone contraption set up to like put stuff into these. Cause I think you can put I think you can do, let me get like a hopper here. I think this works. So let's just say like I had a random thing. Let's say I had like my Riptide Trident. And I just wanted to use that. So let me just say like I had this here. And let me just drop this. And boom, there we go. So see, it does work. So let's say I had this here, or something like that. I don't know, whatever it might be, whatever my setup might be. And, you know, and let's say I wanted to like just take I had like a bunch of extra like, tools that I wanted to use up, or something like that. So like, let's say if I didn't have mending yet on my diamond or netherite stuff, and some of it was pretty low durability, and I just wanted to like clear out, like, for example, like this whole forest here, or like work on mining a whole chunk or something like that. I could have like a little setup, like a little shop or something. And then I could just go in there. And then as soon as this stuff like automatically puts it in here, then I could just be like, boom. And then I have some stuff ready to go, use it all up, you know, and then come back and get some more. Now, I imagine I don't think I would need for an entire hot bar, maybe. I don't know. Because especially because again, I'd probably use up a tool maybe a lot faster than I'd go through an entire stack of food, maybe, although I don't know for certain. But like, let's say like I even just had like, the first three. Say I just had like the first. Let's just like put away this stuff here, right? So say like pretend like I had like some stone or iron, like an axe, a pickaxe, and a shovel, right? And then I could go in here and then uh, um hmm, okay. Um I mean to what the frick is this doing here? We'll just mine that one. Um right. Uh this will probably take some getting used to. But what the hell? The frick? Okay, so let me just do that. Let's put some stuff in there. Alright. And then so that's saying I came up here and boop. And then now I don't know why it doesn't in the last three slots. I think I prefer it in the first three, but whatever. It's fine. And then boom, I'd have a couple tools to get me started. Or imagine what would be more likely is like I'd have like let's say like I had like let me just get myself like some stone pickaxes, right? So let's say if I was like mining out like a little chunk area, what would be probably more likely to happen is I probably would want like six pickaxes or something like that, or I don't know, maybe I would do like eight, and then I just keep I keep my food in this other slot, or maybe my offhand, I don't know. And then I could just use just the pickaxes to help me just mine out a whole area. But anyways, shelf, pretty cool. I like that. I'm not really terribly much of a redstone person, but I think it definitely has some pretty cool potential, especially the copper golem too. Um, so overall, um, my kind of feelings on this update or this drop, I like it. I'm not, I wasn't terribly excited for this, but I think it adds a little bit of nice stuff, um, to the Minecraft world. Couple of things. Probably most excited about the light sources, the shelf, copper golem a little bit, and probably the iron bars. That's probably what I like the most. Mostly just the building stuff. The copper gear, it's okay. I could see myself using, like I said earlier, I could see myself using the armor, um, in a challenge, or if I didn't have full iron or anything like that. Obviously much better than gold or chain or leather. Anyways, be pretty good substitute for iron. In terms of the tools, I don't really know about that. Probably wouldn't be. Probably wouldn't use. I mean, let's just go through them here. So like, let's say like I had, like all the stuff here. Like, what am I actually likely to use in a normal survival world or like in a speed run? So I mean, I think in a speed run, assuming I don't mind trying to just take a little time to mine a bit of copper anyways, because the thing is with copper, unlike with iron, is that you don't really find it in chests. At least not that I'm aware of, right? So that does mean that you have to mine it pretty much unless you kill a bunch of drowned for it, but that's kind of a bit tedious sometimes, especially on Java. There's not really nearly as many drowned spawning in this edition. But in terms of the stuff I'd be using, I don't think I'm going to use the hoe. Um, Probably not very much. Probably not the sword. I mean, again, like if I was just the thing is with those is like I probably would just stick with making just a bunch of stone ones because I probably wouldn't want to bother using copper on those. Um, I think I think with the I think I would use the shovel. I think I might use the pickaxe. I'm not 100% certain, but I think I might use the pickaxe. Maybe not if I had a absolutely huge area I had to mine, but if it was like for a mediocre amount of things or like small amounts of stuff, I'd probably use it. And for the axe, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence because, I mean, I think if I was trying to collect like a bunch of wood for something, like say I was trying to make like a starter house or something like that, or like trade a bunch of sticks, right? I probably wouldn't bother. I might not bother with making a copper axe unless I just could not find any iron, or like the only iron I got was from the golem, right? And then I would just use that just to make, a flint and steel, a bucket, you know, um, a shield. And if I had any extra iron, I'd probably just go to just the iron pickaxe for mining gold in the nether, right? But, or any diamonds that I might come across. But, but I don't know. I mean, in terms of a speed run, maybe. I mean, it does have more durability than Stone Axe, right? So let me just find a. So let's just say like, so we killed the Stone Axe, right? So that the Stone Axe is 131 durability, and the Copper Axe is 190. So that's basically just 60 extra durability, or for doing attacking stuff with the axe, right? That's just like, you know, it's like what? About 30 about 30 more hits, something like that. I don't know if I'm getting it exactly right, but if you just use two durability each time. So it's a 60 durability point difference, but if the axe uses 2 points per each time, then whatnot. But, so I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if that would necessarily justify me using it all the time for combat, but um, it certainly could help. You know, if you're trying to save a bit of stone and you don't have like a ton of resources, or maybe if you're in like a manhunt or something like that, I don't know. I could see it being used. I'm not crazy about its potential, but I could certainly see that happening. But, yeah, it's just like the hoe and the sword, like, unless I just, I don't really use those that much, right? I use the axe, I use the pickaxe, I use a shovel sometimes, but I definitely keep a shovel on me, if I can. But I don't know. We'll see. But, yep, this for I don't why is it doing that? I wanted to switch the other items. Um, that's so weird. So it has to be in the last slots. I don't like that. I genuinely don't like that. I think it should be whatever of the 3 slots that you're in, you know? But yeah, you can't do that, but it can store multiple item stacks, so that is cool. Anyways, if you enjoy this, feel free to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.